right, here we are. This probably looks a little different. We're going to do a little ride and talk here. Heading out on my Can-Am RT Limited, my trike here. I don't know if you can see that, but maybe you can. I'll try to throw a picture up on the screen. The main thing I want to try to cover here is the elephant in the room, especially if you've watched the videos for a while, or you've been a subscriber to the channel back when I was racing all the time. We need to talk. A lot of you are probably wondering about my health, because back a few videos ago, well, gosh, 2 years ago, I posted a video about why I quit iRacing and explained that I had gotten some cancer. I had colorectal cancer, and we had figured out what it was. We went to get it checked and figure out what we can do, and the place we went to said, oh yeah, we've seen this before. You'll do some chemo, some radiation, a little surgery, and you'll be fixed right up and you'll be done. Continue on with your life. So that's what I had intended to do, but it didn't quite work out that way, and that's what I'm going to update you on today, just so you know, because I know you're probably wondering about these random videos about things, and nothing seems to be linear or consistent, but hey, I'm just doing what makes fun for me. And sorry if I sound a little off, but the current chemo treatments that I'm on actually has an adverse effect on your vocal cords, so I will try to make this as clear as I can. I also get dry mouth or easy, so I'll try to make it as short as I can as well. But the long story is, I did all that stuff. We went through all the changes, we went through all the chemo, all the radiation, all the surgery, went through recovery, went through follow-ups, and at my 6-month follow-up, which is 19 months ago now, I was told, literally the doctors came in and said, look at your chart here, look at this image on the screen, the cancer is back, it's metastasized, it's in your lungs, and you have as little as a year to live. Well, that, needless to say, took us quite by surprise, because we had planned on doing a lot of things, and our life kind of got turned upside down. By our, I mean my wife and I. She shows up in a couple of my videos I've done recently. We left there. The doctors literally said that, just walked out of the room. And so we drove the 5 hours back home from that doctor's office, from the cancer center, and we had a lot to talk about. Nonetheless was that, or none the least, that we need to get a second opinion, of course. So we did that. We came back home and we went to another oncologist, and MRIs, blood scans, blood tests, pokes and prods and PET scan, and it all came back, yeah, looks pretty bad, and you have as little as 6 months to live. So as you can imagine, that changed things quite a lot again. Now, mind you, this was 19 months ago, so I'm still here. If not for I guess I've been told just the positive outlook I have on life in general, and the way I've taken this and approached it, and again, not the least to mention that I probably would not be remiss to say there's probably hundreds of prayer warriors praying for me and my health and my wife constantly, and that means so much to us. And both of those things combined is probably the reasons that I am still here. Just my outlook and the prayers of just a ton of people. So real short, after we got the 6 months prognosis, we had to change a lot of things quick. We had to move, we had to sell a bunch of stuff. I had to get a bunch of stuff in line, you know, for end of life type of things, stuff that someone my age should really, you know, not have to worry about. But I did. So we just faced it, and we found a house, we moved, and we just kept on keeping on and got adjusted to the new house. And it was a pretty crazy move. I don't want to get into all the details of that, but we did it, we made it. And the reason we had to move is where we were was just a little bit too big and too much property for my wife to take care of alone. So she wanted to get to some place that was much smaller, much more manageable, much less property, you know, something that she can take care of if there comes the day that I was no longer here, which I still am. I'm still here. As you can tell, I'm out riding a motorcycle, having a good time, trying to get kind of this thing off my chest here. But I'm going to turn left here, and I hope everybody knows what's going on. All right, that was a long turn. So yeah, I'm still living life to the fullest every single day. My wife and I go riding on the motorcycle as often as we can. If not, we ride our little golf cart, or if we can't do that, we're just hanging out or going on a trip. We just got back from a 4-day trip out to the state of Mississippi, and got to do some fun stuff there, and went to a Armed Forces Museum up in Hattiesburg, and just had a good time. Really the only problem I have right now, you know, I've been through a lot. I've been dealing with cancer for 3.5+ years, and it's taken a toll on my body and my mind. And all this chemo and these harsh chemicals and things, and just pure torture, really. You know, you hear people talk about cancer, and so-and-so's got cancer, and you know, we've heard it. My wife and I, oh yeah, well, when you put these shoes on, it's way different than you think. It's much harder than you can imagine. It is just a horrible thing for any human to have to go through. I've said to people that, you know, 100 years from now, I hope a lot shorter than that, you know, we look back and realize, you know, hey, man, that stuff they did for people with cancer back, you know, back in the early 2000s and 2020s, man, that was some horrible stuff. I can't believe they actually did that to people. Because it is bad. It changes your whole life, and just it controls you, really. Because even now I have to be fully clothed. I can't get in the sun. I can't get too hot. I have some feet problems, which is actually unrelated to the cancer as far as we can tell so far. And actually that's my biggest physical issue right now. We've kind of taking care of the rest. I had some cancer that got into my hips and my bones of my hip, and did some radiation about a month ago, and that sounds more of a suggestion. I probably shouldn't say it out loud. But yeah, we just have just done all these things, and I got this again radiation recently. I don't know the outcome of that. I haven't got the we haven't done another scan. We've got that lined up in about a week, and so that'll tell us if we zapped it enough or not. And this is a really nice place. The dog would be mad to know I came down here without her, but she can't come. Well, it's like almost looks like the tide's changing there. I don't know if you can see the difference in the color of the water over there. That's interesting. Never seen that before. I don't know if that's the sand bottom. I didn't really look at the depth. I need to go back there and see the depth of the water, or if that is some kind of water that is coming up or down the river. It almost looks like salt water is trying to mix with fresh water. Look here. Oh yeah. Oh no, it's just extremely low. Wow. I have never seen I've never been down here with that sign. I don't know if you can see that sign, but it says we've got up to 14 feet there, and there's another sign to our right that measures in the 20s. I've seen that sign up to 20 something. So just to have it as low as it is right now, that is pretty crazy. You could bottom out there in the middle of that big river. So if you're still here and after listening to all that, I appreciate you. I really appreciate all the followers of the channel, all the people that's reached out to me and touched base with me, checked on me, and left encouraging thoughts and comments in my videos, or just DMs, or however you got in touch with me. It's greatly appreciated, and it means a lot. And every subscriber, and every time you like these videos, it just helps me. These things now, I just do what's fun. I'm not sure how to say this, but doing these videos is a release and an outlet for me. It keeps me occupied, keeps my mind going. I'm doing all my own editing, which you may can tell. Flying my drones, riding the motorcycle, and just these things just keep me going. So that's what I do day by day. So I guess I'm gonna cut this video off. I certainly appreciate again you and everyone that is here, and I hope to be making these videos for a long more time to come. So we'll see. I was told by the first doctor that there's only like 3 to 5% of people, once they get this diagnosis, that make it 2 years. Well, I'm 3 months out of 2 years, so I hope to be in that percentage. We'll see.